Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bausa, Assistant Professor in LG Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In today's session, we discuss about wireless and mobile system protocols from chapter number 2, Device and Communication Buses in Embedded System. So now we go ahead and we discuss about the wireless and mobile system protocols. Now we're talking about the other types of protocol, like one of the most popular we're talking about a Bluetooth, right? A Bluetooth 2.4 gigahertz, synchronizing the music, image, personal information, messenger files with computer using the serial eliminator and Bluetooth devices. Large number of CD players, mobile devices are come with the Bluetooth that I already tell you. Digital camera, Bluetooth enabled cars, buds, listening, different types of iPods, CD players, smartphones. These are the different types of applications, or we can say that the example of Bluetooth system. Right now, Bluetooth is very common in any digital electronic circuits, or we can say that any digital gadgets. The smartphone is one of the best example. It comes in laptop, it comes in the PC, it comes with the iPod, it comes with the tablet. So each and everywhere for basically sharing the data, or basically in terms of the musical sharing the data, images, audio, video, different files. So here you can see the basic example that how it will start the communication using the serial COM port. So Bluetooth protocol enable the devices, serial eliminators, COM port, computer in personal area network. So basically these are the handshake is establishment between a Bluetooth protocol embedded devices and the communication network through a COM port. So basically the channel is establishment between these two devices, Bluetooth protocol embedded devices and computer in personal area network. So basically the COM port is establishment between the computer and the Bluetooth devices. Now we're talking about VPN using the Bluetooth wireless protocol. Hardware interfaces to embedded system buses. Software embeds in the system to support a wireless PAN, means personal area network using the Bluetooth wireless protocol. So a Bluetooth device is piconet with 10 meters and the SCARnet around 100 meters. So basically we are using the piconet based concept because ultimately we have a Bluetooth range is around 8 to 10 meters. Data transfer between the two devices or between the two devices and the multiple devices. So you can share the data between two devices or the multiple devices. Bluetooth protocol. Now, if you're talking about the Bluetooth protocol, now what is Bluetooth protocols? So IEEE stand for 802.15.1 protocol. Physical layer radio communication at carrier frequency in 2.4 GHz band with FSSS, means frequency hopping spread spectrum. So the hopping intervals is 6 to 5 seconds and the number of hopped frequencies are 79. So Bluetooth have a 1.x data transfer rate is around 1 Mbps. Bluetooth 2.0 enable the maximum data rates of 3.0 Mbps over the 100 meters and Bluetooth 4.0. So basically we have a different types of Bluetooth protocol configuration starting from 1.0 to 4.0. Now we're talking about the different types of features. So it will support the automatically self-discovery mode. You can see in your smartphone also it's automatically discovery mode is available. Support a self-organization of network in number of devices. Bluetooth devices self-discovering nearby devices, it's around 10 meters that I have already told you. And then you have to make a synchronization from the personal area network and you can share the data, you can share your audio, you can share your music system or anything around a range of 10 meters. Now Bluetooth protocol power control features and physical layer. See, now Bluetooth is come with the power control mode. Now what exactly is the meaning of power control mode? Now let's see. Bluetooth protocol support the power control so that the device communicate at minimum required power level. See, right now this one is an additional feature. It comes in the Bluetooth technology that you can control and manage the power. If you control and manage the power, then ultimately what exactly happening, your power consumption will be reduced. And this presents drawing of the signal, and we can say that how we reduce the power consumption of our devices. So we can say that we can reduce time complexity, we can reduce the power consumption, and we can reduce economy of the human body also, or of the human person also. Now how it comes economical side, so let's discuss. Bluetooth protocol support a power control so that a device communicate at minimum required power levels. If your power consumption will be less, then ultimately your battery life will be increases. So ultimately it will affect on your economy side also, because there is no need to charge each and every time. This prevent drawing the signal by superimposing the high power signals with a lower level signal in terms of the superimposing system. So three sub layers: radio base, baseband, and the link management HOTS for communication interfaces. So there are the two types of links: base effort traffic links and the real-time voice traffic links. So basically they are talking about the two types of links in terms of base effort traffic links and the real-time links. So these time efforts are reserved in terms of bandwidth side. So packet is around 350 bytes are transmitted over the speed or over the data. Now Bluetooth devices. If you're talking about the Bluetooth devices, that radio frequency hopping over the wide spectrum, for example Bluetooth devices, transmitted the carrier frequency hop among the different channels at a given hopping rate. So the transmitter modules that data bits as per protocol specified. On the receiver side, the receiver turns to the hopping carrier frequency at a given hopping rate, and the same hopping sequence, if one sequence is made, then the data is transmitted is received by the receiver. So receiver demodulates the detected data bits as per the physical layer protocol used at the transmitted side. So make sure that the protocol of both the side will be same in terms of the transmitter side and also in terms of the receiver side. Now we come to the next point, or we're talking about the next protocol. It's an IRDA protocol. Used in mobile phones, digital cameras, keypad, mouse, printers, laptops, and each and everywhere right now we are using. Even in terms of TV, air conditioning, LCD, VCD players, and number of things we are using the IRDA. Now the question arises in our mind that what is IRDA and why it is much more popular? This one is the same slide that we already discussed. Like these are the different features and examples. Now we're talking about the IRDA devices. So basically the IR is using the IR protocol, means in terms of the infrared. After suitable modulation of the data bits, so it communication over the line of sight, fine. And the photoresist, in terms of the receiver side, there are some photoresist material which receive that particular infrared signals, and after applying the decoding process, it will decode it. You can see the IRDA protocol embedded devices, embedded interfacing, same on the receiver side or in terms of the computer side, we have IRDA device interfacing module, and then the personal area network. So basically the protocol establishment from computer to the embedded devices. We have IRDA interfaces on the computer side, and same way we have IRDA interfaces on the embedded side. So if both the protocol in terms of the receiver and transmitter will be matched, then communication will be established. So infrared data association system. So basically IRDA is come with the 5 levels of communications. First level we are talking about the minimum required communication. Second level we are talking about the access based communication. In third level we are talking about the index based communication. And fourth layer we are talking about the synchronization communication in terms of the software and for the hot synchronization and active synchronization system. For the level 5, we are talking about the synchronization and markup languages based on communication. Means what? It provides the communication between the channel and also for the embedded devices. So we are talking about the computer and embedded devices, right? Physical layer. So it's basically we are talking about the lower layer. In terms of the physical layer, it's come from 1.0 or 1.1. 1.0 supports the data transfer rates of 9.6 kbps to 115.2 kbps, and similarly 1.1 to 115.2 kbps to 4 mbps. So basically there are the different types of data range starting from kbps to mbps. So in terms of the 5 layers, we already discussed about the different types of layer which is available for data link layer. So here you can see the application for the layer, it means IRDA aligned synchronization protocol. Session layer means IR LAN, IR bus, IR MAC, IR transmitter layer. Similarly, IR communications, which is related to the object, and the IR communication, which is related to the protocol. Transport layer for providing the transport the bits from source to destination. Data link layer and physical layer. So this already we discussed about this type of the layers in previous session or in previous slide. Two sub layers and IRDA data link layer. In terms of the IR data link layer, so IRLMP means IR link management protocol. It's called as upper sub layers. IR lab in terms of IR link access protocol in terms of the lower sub layers, and IR lab in terms of HDLC synchronization communication. So basically there are two sub layers. In terms of the two sub layers, we have to provide the communications in terms of upper sub layer to the lower sub layers. In terms of the IR upper layer, we are talking about the transport layer, session layer, and application layer. So it is used for the transport, for session, and for application. IRDA features. So IRDA protocol overhead between the 2 to 50% of the Bluetooth device is overhead, and the latency is just a few milliseconds. So its response time is very fast if we are talking about a IRDA system. Now we are talking about the IRDA limitation. Similarly, in terms of the IRDA limitation, the IRDA limitation is the line of sight and unobstructed communication. So basically the line of sight is that, so we have to make a very clear vision, or we can say that the particular area that have a very few, we can say that very less buildings, trees and structures, so line of sight is not possible there. Now we are talking about the ZigBee. This is one of the most popular communication protocol right nowadays that people are using in different applications. It's related to the drone, which is related to the any embedded devices. Now what is ZigBee 900 MHz? So it stands for the IEEE 802.11. Sorry, it stands from IEEE stands from 802.15.4 protocol. Physical layer radio operates on 2.4 GHz and baseband carrier frequency with the DSS in terms of the direct sequence space spectrum. Supports range up to 70 meters. Data transfer rates supports 250 kbps and supports 6 channels. So basically the 6 different types of devices we are communicating together in terms of ZigBee. Features: self-organizing and support a peer-to-peer and mesh network. Self-organization means detect nearby ZigBee devices and establish communication and networks. Peer-to-peer and mesh network. Basically, if we're talking about a peer-to-peer, if you're talking about the peer-to-peer communication, if you're talking about a peer-to-peer communication, then ultimately we are talking about a P2P, means channel-to-channel communication. If we're talking about the mesh network, then ultimately we are connected more number of devices together. You are connected more number of devices, means more than one devices together, and it became a mesh communication. ZigBee features, so its communication latency is around 30 milliseconds, so it is very fast, and the protocol stack overheads around 28 kbps. So basically the communication establishment is very popular and very good in terms of software and hardware portion. So I hope that you are getting the idea about the different types of wireless and mobile protocols. We discussed about Bluetooth, IRDA, ZigBee, and wireless LAN. So I hope that you are getting the idea of what exactly I am trying to convey. Still, if you have any doubt which is related to IRDA, ZigBee, Bluetooth, and IEEE 802.11.4 based wireless LAN, then you can feel free to contact me. So thank you for watching.